We really stepped up our off-season work this year, so hopefully going into the springtime a little more athletic, especially on the defensive end, and really looking forward to getting things going here in about a month. I think it's probably the most improved part of our team, which it had to be. We gave up 11 goals a game last year. I think it was 11.5, which is far too many goals to be given up at this level if you want to be competitive. And that's why we ended up losing when we did. So I think we've matured. I think our goalies were both freshmen last year. John Carroll and Drew DeCiccio were both freshmen. I think they learned a lot in how the game is played at this level. They saw big time teams in Syracuse and Hopkins and UMBC. When we start off with Denver, we have a tough schedule, UMass, Delaware, so they got kind of thrown into the fire right away. But we think they've both really grown up over the past year. So it's going to be a dogfight for those guys going into springtime. Who's going to be starting in the goal. We were in a transition phase last year. Chris Kivlin took over as our defensive coordinator when John Sveck left. We brought in Billy Ralph, who's a longtime friend of mine, but had been really out of the game for a while. So the two of them kind of getting to know each other a little bit and getting to know the team and how things work. So I think that's kind of come full circle now too. They've had a full year together. Now we've put them through a fall, and they're getting things. They're on the same page. I think offensively, we bring back a lot of the guys, again, from last year's team. I think we only lose Corey Small and John Alpazar are the two main players that we lost from last year's team. Corey's a big loss, a big hit, a lot of goals. But we take Derek Kreitzer, who was a midfielder the last 2 years. Came in as an attackman. We moved him to midfield. Now we've moved him back to attack. And Derek's, probably one of the quicker guys that we have on the team. Can really shoot the ball very well, has good eyes to feed as well. So we think with him as a lefty and then Brian and Joe, it's a pretty good combination of the three of those guys. And really looking for a lot of points, obviously, out of those three guys. Midfield-wise, you have Kyle Crotty, Luke Cometti, Joe Pompo, Dave Brock. It's a solid group of kids. Again, I think they all understand the concept of what we're doing, which is nice. And just looking forward to hopefully putting the ball in the net, more than 10 times a game. Try to get into double digits. That's our goal all the time. And if we can get into double digits, hopefully this year we're a little bit better defensively and can keep the ball out of the goal less than 10 times. It really does come down to consistency, and our clearing game has to get better. We have to get better defensively. Those are the things that are going to take you to the next step. You look at the Hopkins teams and the Virginias or Maryland. Defensively they're there. You're only giving up 7-8 goals a game. You're giving your team an opportunity to win. The primary goal, again, is to get better defensively. I think if we can get better defensively and we can win some face-offs, I think our first realistic goal is winning our conference and getting the automatic bid and giving ourselves an opportunity to be in the tournament. I think if we get to that point in the year and we have been playing that well enough to win our conference, which I think will be very tough this year with some of the teams that we have to face in Stony Brook and UMBC, and then Hartford now again's coming on, and I think that's our first primary goal, is to win that conference. But I think if we're playing well enough at that time of the year, we do get into the tournament, I think we could do some damage in the tournament, because I think it's competitive. I think our schedule's been competitive. So if we're at that level at that time of the year, I think our ultimate goal is to win a national championship, and I think that's that's something that we talk about as a group. But I think right now we're talking more about the steps it would take to get to that national championship.